And good morning. It is April the 8th of 1993, and in a couple seconds we're going to see a little bit of personal Glasser history. But for 2 years, this is what we've seen in the Glasser garage ever since April of 1991, and that is two Cadillacs. This is Mickey's that she bought back in 1990, and this is my Lemon that I bought back in 1991, almost 2 years ago to the date. Well, in about 1 hour, this car will be history. We'll be getting a 1988 Toronado. There we go. So this is our last look at two Caddies in the garage at 1222 Belrose. And there we go. See you later. Well, here we are on tax day 1993. It is April the 15th. Looking at Reeve-Mobile number 9. We now have moved to an Oldsmobile, and we have a 1988 Oldsmobile Toronado. A nice windy sunny day in Cleveland. It's about 76 degrees, and I've had this car for 1 week. Got it a week ago. I thought, while it still looks pretty good, let's get it on video. First two-door I've had since the 1974 Grand Am. But this is only made in a two-door style. We got the dealer's tag on it, but this is in really, really good shape. First car I've ever had with a sunroof as well. We're going to open that in a couple of minutes. Here's the interior. Same color blue as my Cadillac, oddly enough. All leather, very plush. Digital dash, which of course is what I like. That's what I bought the car for. This is the second car I bought the dash for. This is the second car I bought for the dashboard. And we'll show you that in a couple of minutes. Usual controls for the window, power seat, 6-way power seat, and of course the outside rear view mirrors. Again, this is like a deep blue, same color as my Cadillac was. The back seat of this has hardly been sat in. It's really in great shape, in very, very good shape. Very, very clean car, and it's got the reading lights like the Cadillac did. It's loaded. It's loaded. And we'll get you an inside video of the dashboard and the radio and all that in a couple of seconds. Okay, we are now inside the car, about 3 feet away from the dashboard. And when the dash is on, this is what it looks like. When the dash is off, this is what it looks like. You have nothing. But here are all the gauges. Very, very similar to my Pontiac 6000 STE. Very, very similar. There's the mileage, and of course we have a, that's how many miles I've driven in a week. There's your volts, temperature, speed, fuel, and oil. Down here is a very clever thing called the information center, which has many functions. It doubles also as a tack. Hit a button and you have a tack. Let me get a little bit of air in this thing, it's awfully warm. What else? There's also something called system monitor, and when you hit that, all these things kind of go crazy just to make sure all the lights are working, which is kind of neat. Now over here to the right we have some other buttons which I really can't focus on too good. I'm just too close. Engine data, average fuel economy, instant fuel economy, fuel used, range, and reset. Very similar to my Pontiac 6000. I'm going to turn the car on and show you what all these different things do. Okay, top button is engine data, and what that shows you is, guess what? Engine data. Begins with the RPMs. Hit it again. Coolant temperature. The car, of course, is still cold. battery volts, oil life index, which goes from 100 down to 0 and tells you when you really need an oil change. And that's it. Average miles a gallon, very similar to my Cadillac. Instant miles a gallon, of course, is 0 because we're not going anywhere. How many gallons used since the last fill up or since I reset it to 0. How many miles I can go on this current tank of gas. And of course, the last is a reset button. I usually keep it here on average miles per gallon. Some other nice things about this, if you have a door open and you're in, I think you have to be in drive, it will tell you a door is open. And has little reminders like that. If your windshield washer fluid is low or your parking brake is on, whatever, the information center tells you that. Or you can put it back to TAC or Toronado, anything that you want. Listen, the buttons over here are pretty self-explanatory. There's your typical GM lights for your headlights and your parking lights. Let me turn the engine off. Interior lights is an up and down slide switch. Below that is your twilight sentinel. Very similar to what I had in the Cadillac. And let's see if I can get them. These 4 down here. Well, I'm going to do a jump cut. Little still frame here. You have on the upper left your odometer or your trip odometer. Next to it, of course, is the trip reset. Below it is your English or metric, whichever you want. And on the right of that is what you saw before, the system monitor. Let's see, and those are right down here to the left of the display. So that's where the display buttons are over there. And here, of course, is your other displays, radio and all that. This starts with the outside temperature, which I like. It is 78 out. It's a real nice day. First real decent day we've had all year so far. And here are your controls for the fan. And this has a 5-speed fan, which I like. It's not just the usual 3 speeds. Electronic climate control. Here's the radio section with your radio buttons, balance, fader, and all that other stuff. Now the cassette deck is way down here, oddly enough, with the function buttons over here. And over here is an equalizer, which looks like it really is an ashtray, but it's not. It's really a 5-step graphic equalizer with an on-off button, which is kind of unique. Here are your gears, down here. And here is my cassette storage department. Here's the glove compartment, of course, and everything else is pretty well standard on this car. It has the same kind of mirrors the Cadillac does. Pull that down, pull it up. There's your lit visor mirrors. And up here, of course, is the sunroof. Ray King finally has in his car a sunroof. This is unbelievable. But if we ever get sunny days here in Cleveland, hey, I can enjoy the sun. So this is kind of nice. Kind of nice. Let's do another jump cut. So there it is, Reevemobile number 9, purchased on 4/8/93. And our first Olds ever. So that's it from tax day of 1993. We're going to sign off and we'll see you later.